Today, we're going to investigate and figure out why my girl Grace is so obsessed with this smoothie bowl practice. We're gonna learn about her east-facing window, and we're going to learn how you at home can start your own smoothie bowl practice or food pop-up. Hello everybody, welcome to Chrysantilus. Chrysantilus is a realm of actualization all about getting what you need to get out of life. Today I am so grateful to be joined by none other than my dear friend Grace Marshmallow.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
We're here today to talk about my smoothie bowls, something that's really close to my heart, and I describe this as plant-based nourishing designs.
So tell me about your smoothie bowl pop-up.
Well, my smoothie bowl pop-up involves me showing up to a space and nourishing whoever else shows up too. I've done pop-ups in Baltimore everywhere from being in a food truck and occupying some gallery spaces, and also out of my own kitchen.
That's what's up. By the way, quick interjection here. If you're interested in making your own smoothie bowl, please check out our second video that we're making, and it's all about making your own smoothie bowl. Link in that above. Tell us about your smoothie bowl practice.
My smoothie bowl practice started, I want to say in like 2016. I just like the idea of eating a pile of gloop.
Okay. Yes, I love that.
But that gloop starts out really pretty before you mess up the design. Nourishing your body is a ritual, and it's kind of this idea of putting a bunch of great stuff in a blender and putting it in a bowl and using some other great stuff to make a design on top.
So in its own way, it's an art practice as well.
Absolutely. It definitely mimics a lot of the other art that I make.
Can you tell us about other practices that go hand in hand with your smoothie bowl practice, speaking of art?
So my paintings they run very parallel to my smoothie bowls, and I feel like when I experiment with different food ingredients in the smoothie bowl designs, I can envision other like patterns or textures I want to create in my paintings.
I love that. So your art is inspiring your smoothie bowls, which is inspiring your art.
Yeah, it's really symbiotic, and also in a more physiological sense, it's literally fueling me to do the other.
Awesome. Let's take it to Grace from the past, who's going to tell us a bit about her pop-ups.
So today I'm serving my smoothie bowls out of this food truck that's just to the right of us now. Today we have green and purple. A lot of this project is very color focused.
What has been the response to smoothie bowls today?
Specifically today at this pop-up, big hype. People arriving with smiles, leaving with even bigger smiles. The biggest thing about making these smoothie bowls is putting intention into this food. So anybody can just toss some stuff in a blender and you can pour it in a cup, suck it down a straw. But this is really intentional and like design focused. So all of the food, when I prepare it, I just hold it with intention, and I want it to nourish whoever eats it really well and give them fuel to do what they love. In the green bowl, I got to go hand pick the apples in Laura's Orchard, which is in Harford County. So it was really great to be able to grab fruit off of a tree and then be able to serve it today. Love to keep it local. I'm just like grateful to be here, grateful for this project. I really love serving these tiny little art creations and giving people this ritual of messing up the design when they get their bowl. It's a gift to me to be able to share it. So just shout out everybody who showed up today, and shout out to anybody who's had one of my smoothie bowls before.
Sweet. Anything else?
Thank you, Emily, for documenting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Grace from the past. Grace from the present.
Hi.
Hi. Please tell us about your east-facing window. What's the deal?
Another realm of my practice life is yoga. And when I went to yoga school to be certified to be an instructor or share yoga with other people, my instructor really embedded this importance of facing the east, facing the sun when you're performing your morning asana. And I've been really blessed to, in this current space that I live, to have a really sufficient east-facing window. So I have a lot of special plants and just items that mark intention for me in this east-facing window space, and every morning I practice my asana in this east-facing window. I also have found that when I need to ripen fruit, it's obviously gonna happen the best in some sunlight, just with some kisses from the sun.
Yeah.
So I've one time bought 40 pounds of bananas.
Oh my goodness.
For a smoothie bowl pop-up, and I was like, these are green. I started placing these fruits in the east-facing window space and would kind of watch them and think about them while I was practicing in the morning, and that was really great.
How do you select the fruit that you use for smoothie bowls? Because I imagine it could be an infinite amount of things that you can put in these bowls.
Yes. A lot of the smoothie practice, I guess the art sector of it, is completely revolved around color.
Oh, okay.
Taste is obviously apparent as well, but color and taste is really a Venn diagram situation when it comes to food.
So you're saying if someone was at home and woke up in a very purple mood, they could just up and make a purple smoothie bowl, feeling purple.
Yeah, I definitely think our bodies and our minds communicate in color, and we can sort of channel some energies through color.
Yeah.
Whether that's painting, eating, wearing, or even just talking about a color.
Yeah. And additionally, some of the most nutritional food contains the brightest of colors.
Yes.
So it's good that we're eating these colors, scientifically.
Scientifically.
It's solid. I know people at home watching this today might have something in mind for a food pop-up. What is your biggest tip for someone wanting to be where you are? And where you are is a creator of a successful food pop-up.
Wow, I just want to hold that. The biggest tip I would say is to trust that the right people will always show up. And the right people show up when you have the right intention for nourishing somebody with your skill. If you have a good vision on why you're doing that and you're motivated to share that with those around you, then it will be sufficient. I also highly recommend prioritizing relationships with other people doing similar or the same things.
Awesome, yeah.
When I started doing it, I actually reached out to two of my friends who are really big in pop-up culture in Baltimore. So shout out Toya Monsi, shout out Wild Time Baltimore. So both of those folks are really passionate about nourishing people around them and just having this palette of flavors that they are passionate about, and they're really equipped to sharing their magic with people around them. So I reached out to both of these people who I'm friends with for guidance and just artistic direction. Once you kind of build your artistic direction, your identity on your pop-up, then you're ready to go.
Sweet. I think that's super groovy advice. And so for people who are at a place where they feel okay, I have this offering, I want to share it with the world, where do you get started sharing things with people or sharing your food?
Yeah. I would be lying if social media did not play a large part in the hype buildup of my smoothie bowl practice.
Word.
End of 2016, beginning of 2017, and so on, I would have this almost daily, I'll say like 4 to 6 days a week, where I would make a smoothie bowl for myself, and I would experiment with like, why don't I put cute things on the top? Because it's like, this is a moment for me, I should take the time. And I would take a photo and like put it on my Instagram story. And in parallel with like the practice becoming better, my like ability to design became a little bit more enhanced. I would get like more attention from close friends and like, wow, like this looks really cool. Like you're treating yourself like this?
Yeah.
I want to treat myself like that.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
contagious.
It is absolutely contagious. So I would see how like the thing that I'm doing is kind of inspiring other people to make their own thing. And sometimes I would get photos like in my DMs like, look at what you inspired me to do.
Yes, I love that.
And there's nothing like that sensation.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes we need to realize or be reminded that we can treat ourselves to things like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Smoothie bowls don't just have to be something you order at a restaurant, but they can be something you create and do for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so eventually I had enough friends and family in my DMs being like, what's up with your smoothie bowls?
Yeah.
Can I come over and have one? That I shared some like with close friends, and it became like, 8 people at a time coming over having a smoothie bowl. And then it was like, you need to get out of your kitchen, get out there and just sling them.
And Dharma takes on a life of its own, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I feel like a bunch of the times we hear that the origins for like pop-ups or restaurants or YouTube channels or Instagrams are just like, I was making this for fun for myself and then everybody else wanted some and I wanted to share this. So I feel like that's so beautiful because it's applicable to so many other people's stories. So thank you so much for joining us today. For everyone who's made it this far, thank you for being with us. We really, really severely appreciate you. So Grace, please tell us where folks watching today can support, follow, give to your smoothie bowl pop-up.
So my Instagram for the smoothie bowl pop-up is at Smoothie Bowls by Grace. No caps, no spaces. And my Venmo is at Grace Marshmallow.
Sweet. So if y'all take the kindness in your heart and put it in Grace's Venmo, that will go to support future pop-ups, ingredients,
which will ripen in my east-facing window.
East-facing window offerings, etc., etc. And we really appreciate you for being here today with us. Again, if you're interested in making your own smoothie bowl, you can check out our other video, which is us making a smoothie bowl. Yeah, my Instagram is Chrysantilus. Grace?
At Grace Marshmallow.
Please follow us both. And yeah, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so, so much for joining us today.